Hello and welcome to chemistry. My name is Mr. Roche and I will be your chemistry teacher, and I'm looking forward to that. The rules of the classroom: kindness, respect, and honesty. If you follow those rules, you will find that this is a very accommodating class. Please be kind to each other. Please be kind and respectful of the fact that they are trying to learn things in this classroom. And when possible, please be honest with what you are doing and what you need from me. Daily work for this class: the quizzes, the labs, the homework will be 40% of your grade. The assessments for every unit will be 60% of your grade. Things you should try to get is a notebook. It's wonderful if you take notes. It seems to be a lost skill, but try to take some notes in class. You will also need a calculator with the log function. If you already have one, that's great. If you can get one, they are reasonably inexpensive. Make sure it has that log function on it. I do have a class set, but as far as consistently knowing what calculator you will have, it would be best if you can get one. But there is a class set if you need it from me. There will be ample time for you to complete all the assignments for the class before the bell. How do I know this? I asked last period or the last semester group if that was true. And as you can see here, over 91% believe that to be true. So you do not need to have homework if you do not want homework. A little background on me: I'm from New York and I attended the University of North Carolina, where I got a chemistry and English double major. I did some research before going to Ohio State to get my master's in organic chemistry. I then went back into research. The research I did my whole career was for drug addiction and studying the pathways of drug addiction and how that might be prevented. I started and completed a master's in education and science at NC State University recently, as I got back into teaching. So that's what I do. If you would please join me in this goal of the course that we're trying to get you to love science and be confident for success in science. There will be YouTube videos available for all lessons. I make those available. If you want to find someone else's opinion on any of these topics, that's also welcome. I can help you with that if you do not like, as one student said, the sound of my voice. I follow the advice that a scientist should always embrace experimentation. I hope to provide that to you. I love this picture here. This is taken at Kitty Hawk. This rock from in the foreground is where the plane took off from, and then they have actual markers of failed attempts for the first flight. The actual first flight took place when it landed at that tree line way back there. But I love that they have markers for when it didn't quite go right, because that is science. Science is learning from your mistakes. You will be provided that opportunity in this class to learn from your mistakes, and hopefully you will embrace that fact that scientists actually learn more from what they do wrong than what they do right. Here's another question I asked students. My grade reflected the effort I put in. As you can see, a overwhelming majority believe that to be the case. I believe a textbook is necessary to succeed in this class. You do not need a textbook. You are welcome to them. I have a whole closet full of them. I will happily give you one if you want one. However, if you're concerned, as you can see here, again, a majority of students did not think a textbook was required. But if you like to read things, I will provide one for you, no problem at all. And do I need a calculator to succeed in this course? Again, an overwhelming majority believe you need a calculator to get through this course. That's why we have a class set. Chemistry requires a strong understanding of math. If you did not hear this before now, chemistry is a math course. We do lots of math. And as you can see, again, 90% of my students agree that when they're done with this, it requires a very strong understanding of math. I don't know that I can get 90% of people to agree on much of anything these days, but obviously these things are true. I asked students to give some advice to the future classes of Mr. Roche, and as you can see in this word cloud, the most important thing is to pay attention. That is the thing all students seem to agree with, that you should be paying attention to what happens in class, because learning is uncomfortable. It's going to occasionally not feel great that you are trying to learn something, and it would be better if you hang in there. This is a picture of a cave. Let's say if you had to go out and explore, that would be uncomfortable, correct? You don't know what animals are out there trying to do you harm, but you also don't know if there's a wonderful waterfall or a food source not far. And you wouldn't know that unless you left the cave. So in order to learn things, you have to get a little uncomfortable. And occasionally you have to fail at what you're doing, but that's where you learn from those mistakes and you succeed thereafter. Here are some opinions of the class from kids in the past beyond what they told you to do. I hope you will feel comfortable asking me questions, that you will feel there is no such thing as a question that can't be asked, and we will always work with you. The last thing, this is my name, and I learned back when I was still teaching, or back when I was in industry and the internet was a new thing, that my name can actually be rearranged to spell chemical hero. And that's what I hope to be able to provide for you in this class, is to give you help in chemistry as best I can.